Hey everybody, Nico here with my father Pasquale, the Consigliori, and today we're going to be talking about potential. Do you have more potential to make more money, more placements, and have more success in your business? Let's find out. Alright, before we get started, just don't forget to check out the Talent Broker program at www.talentbrokerprogram.com. We can learn about where we take executive recruiters making $200,000 on average per year and double it up to $4. So Papa, today's topic, this question of potential. A lot of people ask themselves or have doubts like, can I do more? Can I succeed more? Can I achieve more? Or am I at the top? Have I reached my own personal ceiling?
Most people don't know how to think about it.
How can we know? How can we know whether or not we've got more that we can do?
Well, first of all, we got to establish that this is absolutely the right question to ask. If you're a recruiter and you want to look at what your future is like, you want to be asking, do I have more potential? Is there more that I can accomplish? That question, it's one of the least asked questions by individuals of themselves. It's the right question. So that's the first thing. Second, there's a couple of elements about the way that we think about it that really give us some structure for our thinking. And they break down very simply into quantity and quality. You want to be able to think about both sides of this. So we'll start out with the quantity. If you are not investing enough effort into your work, if you're in any way distracted, if you're not able to keep yourself focused through the day, then I can virtually guarantee you've got tremendous potential. People that don't know how to tap into what they're doing, tap into their power to get what they're doing done properly, once they learn how, their performance starts to rise and it can be very explosive. So the way we break that down is very simple. Can you engage in better planning? Can you engage in more focus while you're working? One of the ways we do that is to take smaller amounts of time and focus for a short period of time on a specific task, like I'm only going to do recruiting calls, right? If you don't have enough focus on your work or in your work during the day, then you're not getting enough effort. And then you really do want to be able to work hard while you're working. If you discover that your day is going by and you're bored, you're spending time talking to people, you're making phone calls that are not work-related phone calls, these are the kinds of activities where you're just not working hard. If you want to find out whether or not you have potential, you look for that. And if you have the ability to go from being distracted, so poor planning, not focused on your work, and, messing around and not working while you're working, I can absolutely assure you, increase your quantity, you can absolutely explode your performance, and there is absolutely potential there.
Oh yeah, with quantity, it's, if you're trying to lose a little weight, how much time do you spend
Exactly.
running or working out? If you haven't maxed yourself out so that you're totally exhausted, or if you're
Exactly.
just, you've got more left in you, then obviously you could burn a few more calories and accelerate your weight loss.
Absolutely. The funny thing here is that people find when they're not working hard enough, there's a dullness that comes over their mind, and they're bored, and at the end of the day, they're like drained. Whereas when you work hard in a focused manner, you have energy that somehow transfers. So you come to the end of the day, you finish all your tasks, and you're going to transfer into the rest of your day. You're going to find you have more energy by working hard rather than less.
So yeah, like exercising. If you increase how much energy you're actually spending on a day-to-day basis, you feel more energetic.
Absolutely
you feel
right.
More able to power through. So it's kind of like it's a cycle. It's a positive cycle.
Yeah, a virtuous cycle
virtuous
is what we
cycle.
call it, as opposed to a vicious cycle.
So you're not working as hard as you could be. Once you start investing more of that effort in terms of quantity,
Absolutely.
that's going to fuel you forward to invest even more. You're going to get more out of it. You're going to be more energetic.
Absolutely. And one last point on quantity, I can't emphasize too strongly. Learn your planning. Break that down into the mechanical aspects. What are your lists? Who are you going to call? Why are you going to be calling them? And learn about the spiritual element of dedication, so that once you've got your mechanical plan in place, you're visualizing the entire day and you're seeing yourself focused, working hard, getting the plan completed throughout the day. You're going to see a tremendous increase in your performance and productivity, and we will be able to establish that you do have potential, which is exactly what we want.
I know. What about quality?
Well, there's a lot of myths about quality that we have to address. And the worst one is when we are looking for quality as the basis of justifying low effort. So maybe I don't have to make so many calls if I have really good ones. Is this quality argument where people have not actually attained the quantity that they need? This is a destroyer of potential. If you're using that and if you won't let go of it, then you really probably don't have so much potential. But if we can get you over it, what we want to do is to replace this idea of high quality on low effort with the recognition that when that works, like let's say you have this one great call and you get a fantastic job order out of it, but that's all you do, you got lucky. When you have what you think of as quality, which is actually going to be more like chemistry, it's going to be more like a positive bond, a natural relationship. You guys just, the person on the other end of the phone and you, connect, right? And so if that just happens off of a very small number of calls, you really did get lucky. If you start making more calls, you're going to find that happens less because it's not so automatic. It doesn't just naturally occur. And that means you got lucky. Sure. And the people who get lucky with these kinds of job orders, they almost never hit their job order goals for the month or for the quarter. They had a good day. They might have had a good week. Then maybe they can fill that job order. And then what? And so this correlation of high quality, low effort that is actually luck will really help you change the perspective. And so what we want to do is find out, is there potential for you to explode your quality? Mm-hmm. We have to have a sufficient basis of effort in order to do that. So high effort leads to a different kind of basis for quality. With high effort, you have lots and lots of experience that you're gaining, and you can begin to remember those that worked out well and separate them from those that worked out poorly.
Okay.
And so it is that learning that we want that will teach you what quality actually really is. So we have to have the high level of effort in order for there to be a rich field from which we take our learning. Mm-hmm. But with that in place, once you start to be able to differentiate between a great call, an okay call, a really bad call, and learn what causes them, then your knowledge, which is the true basis of quality, that will explode. And if you can start to make these differentiations, great calls, okay calls, bad calls, then I guarantee you have tremendous potential that we can absolutely put to work.
Wasn't that just a matter of how you feel in the call? I mean...
Well, that's a lot. I mean, it's not just a matter of that. That really is a lot. Meaning, if you have the proper plan, and if you know why you're making the call, you're going to feel good about making that call, and that good feeling is going to come through. But the people that you're supposed to be working with will respond positively. Whereas when you've got your good plan, you've got your right attitude, you know why you're making the call, and people don't respond, they're the wrong people to talk to. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not wrong that you made the call. We want you to make that call, but you got to learn who the right people to talk to are from the people you don't want to waste your time with.
Okay. So in summary, can you briefly describe someone who doesn't have any more potential and contrast that with somebody who does?
Sure. It's a great question. Low or no potential looks like an unwillingness to work harder, an unwillingness to invest in learning how to plan better and how to execute better. And it looks like the perpetual desire for the next placement with a very low amount of effort. So that we're like saying, I've learned how to be a recruiter. I know how to make a placement, and these people should, purchase my services. They should hire me. Mm-hmm. But you're not willing to hit the numbers. You're not willing to really invest the effort. So the low potential is unwillingness, or even there's a type, after some time, it could be weeks or months or years, depending on the recruiter, there's an exhaustion that sets in. There's a spiritual deadening that occurs where it's like almost When you get there, it's almost as if no matter how hard you try, nothing is going to change. That's a hallmark of when it's time to start thinking about moving on and getting a different path than being a recruiter. So you've got to have this readiness for harder effort, better planning, better execution, and better learning. And when you see that, if you can still be excited about placements, if you can still be excited about the unlimited potential that recruiting absolutely does offer to every recruiter, if you can be excited about that and find the relationship between cause and effect, working harder, working smarter, getting better results, absolutely there's potential there.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Please feel free to shoot us an email or drop us a line by any means. We're happy to answer any questions or help you determine if you've got more potential. And do please check out the Talent Broker program at www.talentbrokerprogram.com and learn about the difference between executive recruiters and talent brokers and the transformation that one can undergo to go from $200,000 a year at the executive recruiter level up to $400 at the talent broker level.
Fantastic.